GM Farcaster. It is Thursday, April 11th, and you are here with Noutish Prof and Adrienne for 21 minutes of Farcaster news to start your day. Maybe 21. We'll see. We're going to give it a shot. We keep trying. We keep failing miserably, but we're going to give it a shot. And good morning, Adrienne. How are you doing this morning?
Good morning. Doing good. How are you?
I'm good. I'm a little tired, but at least I don't have to go to a bank today. So that I can't even tell you how much that disrupted my whole entire day. And I got there, I had to go do something, had to be at the bank, couldn't do it online. And I got there like right at they're going to open at 9 and find out they don't open till 10. And I'm like,
oh no.
So banker's hours, not so much anymore. Like, what? Anyway, so sorry the recording was late yesterday. And then I completely forgot to cast it too. We're going to do better today. So let's dive in. This is from Varun. So this is the big stuff from yesterday. He started off with writing up some thoughts on how to scale Farcaster to 1 million DAO. We're currently handling 50 to 60 messages per second on average and are designing for 1,000 messages. Full doc should go out tomorrow. And this was actually, I think it was the same day. And then a few shout outs there. And here was the doc that came out a little bit later. Our goal is to scale Farcaster to 1 million daily users. Farcaster will need to handle 10,000 messages per second while staying incredibly decentralized. That's roughly in the same order of magnitude as most global credit card networks. And then here is the proposal. I have not had a chance to dive into this proposal yet. Have you?
Are you going to?
I will definitely read it. I will likely not understand it, but that's why I was asking if you had.
No. And I do enjoy reading documents like this every now and then. I haven't had time and I'm not.
This seems like up your alley, honestly.
It's just interesting to think how devs approach and architects approach kind of really large scale networks. So I don't know. I've got some airplane time this weekend. Maybe
there we go.
Maybe I'll dig in. But
there we go. That I would love to hear your thoughts on it because I think I will have a hard time understanding it because it will be too technical for me. But I'll give it a go just to peek. In related news, Ted did something similar. Important announcement below. Heads up that this will be manual, so please pray for us all over the next 72 hours. I love that you use the same formatting. Over the last 3 months, Farcaster has grown 16x from 5,000 daily users to 80,000. FarCon interest has increased proportionally. And while things are holding up, we were unlikely to meet demand to make FarCon the event of the year without a miracle. And that miracle has arrived. Specifically, we have secured a larger venue for FarCon Summit. That is the Thursday main conference part that was limited to 200 people up until yesterday. So we have secured a larger venue. We will be in touch with community pass holders directly via email to upgrade a summit pass for a limited time only. Check your email later tonight. And also in related news, don't DM Ted about this because she told you she's sending you an email. So this from Ted. Let me preface this by saying I love you all. This was hilarious. But I have been casting for weeks, maybe months, that my DCs are constantly overflowing at 200 plus or 300 plus, which, oh my God, poor thing. I thought mine were bad. What makes you think sending me a DC about FarCon when we provided an email address is a good idea? Like, are you trying to kill me? So don't do that. My comment back to her was, did you mean to put this in the don't do this channel?
Don't do this.
But poor this Ted. Is exciting. How do you feel about this? That we're going to have a bigger FarCon.
It's so hard to even comprehend. So when when FarCon 2 came out, I think it was pre-DAO explosion. So we knew it'd be bigger than last year's
DAU,
FarCon.
not DAO.
Sorry,
yes,
daily active users.
Yeah.
We knew it'd be bigger than last year's. But even that, so just to comprehend, last year, was there about 70 people?
There was 70. Yeah.
Oh, and in Ghost
we were
Links,
tiny.
In a recent Outcasters, which is like the weekly, summary. There was a picture. They do the this week last year of casts, and there was a picture of Cameron casting the spot that he and Grin had found. It was like a preview.
Yep.
And it was an empty, like just like the empty space. And I almost got chills just looking at it. And I was like, oh, that was before anyone met each other, before we knew what would happen at FarCon and how great it was. So I can't even.
I know.
I'm sorry. The people in the chat are making me laugh. Please.
Oh, they're so funny. I can't. Yeah, I know. It's really exciting that we're going to have them. I was already like, oh, this is going to be great. 200 people. That's fantastic. And again, there were only 10,000 daily active users at that point when they set that. And I'm excited that it's bigger, but I'm also not. I'm having, this is a feelings check-in now. Thank you. Oh, yeah. Shout out Boys Club. I'm having feelings about it. And I don't want to feel that way, but it's like, oh, I'm going to miss that small, cozy vibe.
Yeah,
but we'll find those nooks.
Isn't cozy. Yeah.
We'll find those nooks of like, where it's, but also I think about, the big meetup we had at ETH Denver, and that was a few hundred people. And that was amazing, right? You got to see so many people and have so many conversations, but it was also pretty overwhelming where at one point I'm like, I gotta go. It's too much. I gotta go. So I do definitely have to just find those moments where it's a little cozier, and our little event will be cozier. So that'll be good too. That'll make me.
Okay. So in the announcement, Ted said there was a Saturday night concert or something, and then there was a summit after party on Thursday. So those are being combined. Sound like the summit after party Thursday night is going to be much bigger now for everyone. I just saw the time, looks like 8 p.m. to 2 a.m. That's 2 a.m. Pacific. That's going to be 5 a.m. East Coast time for us who are coming in. And I'm a little upset because we have our GM Farcaster live stream 100th episode the morning after. We're going to have to call it the morning after party. And I'm going to go around and make people leave by midnight. Sorry, Ted. I'm going to ruin the after party. And I'm going to make everyone go to bed so they can come to our show.
You gotta go to sleep. I will definitely be heading back to the hotel earlier. I will not be out till 2 a.m. First of all, let me just say this very clearly. I wouldn't have been out at 2 a.m. anyway, even if we didn't have GM Farcaster live the next morning. So I was already gonna, peace out around 11 anyway. So I will be doing the same. But you also can look at this a different way. For those of you who are going to be out late.
You can pull an all-nighter?
You can pull an all-nighter and just come rolling on in. Come rolling on in at 8:30 and at 8 a.m. or whatever. And just don't even sleep. That's another option. Definitely another option for you youngins. It's just exactly. Adrienne, Link said that is that exact thing. How about if we just don't sleep and do the show after staying up all night? Exactly. We can do that as well. I can't, but you all can. But I'm excited. I'm really excited. I think this is going to be amazing. And I really can't wait, but there's so much to do before then. And I think we mentioned this yesterday, but let me mention it again. On the last week of April, right before FarCon, we're going to have Grin and Cameron on Tuesday, talking about last year's FarCon, and then we'll have the FarCon team, Ted and McBain and Heavyweight and whoever else from the team on Thursday to talk about this year's FarCon. So we'll have a whole week of FarCon talk, and I'm really excited about that. FarCon Love Fest, if you will. Yeah. All right. So back to the news-ish. This also from B. This was from a couple days ago. We didn't get to it yesterday. Shipping this week in Farcaster. Fixes for Warpcast DC bugs. Fixes for Warpcast Android crashes. Shuttle, aka the new Hubble replicator. Bundles, a new peering architecture for Hubble. These are things I don't understand, but I'm sure the devs watching might understand. Also kicking around ideas for improvements to frames, in-app notifications, and improving some internal tooling. And then note from Manan from, oh my God, what am I blanking? Thank you, Nanar. Nice trying out Shuttle today. So that's good to see that, it's not just about Warpcast, people.
Look at Zach Terrell's response. I didn't even see that. Do you see it on the first one?
Illy? What is it? Oh.
I love you.
Oh, I love you. I'm like, what? What? I was having a moment. I'm not quite awake yet. I need more caffeine. Hold on. Okay. Another note here. It's day 5 of Farcaster Actions. This was 2 days ago. So it's now day 7. Always looking for feedback to guide what's next. What's your favorite action? What's working well? What's not? What should we build next? My favorite action by far, not even close, is bot or no bot. And I love it. And I forgot to show this yesterday, although I did include it on the cover art. Is not a bot, average caster. Average caster, I need to speak to HR immediately. This is from Swim. And I went in and tagged the creator of the bot and said, Swim would like to talk to you. So yeah, there was that. And then we got this from Say Angel, who is, whoops, that's not Say Angel. Where'd it go? I lost it. Oh no, I lost it. We had a little note from Say Angel. There it is. Yesterday, that he said he recasted and said, or replied and said, not a bot, good podcaster. So we appreciate that. We appreciate that, Say Angel.
Nice callback.
Nice callback. Yeah, it was lovely. So what are you using past actions, and what ones are you using most right now?
Bot or not is a good one.
Love bot or not.
Not 100% accurate, but it's super fun. And
it's fun. And it gives me, at least it gives me an idea. Like I've had times where it said, where I'm like, oh, who is this? They seem like a bot. And it said, no, good caster. And I'm like, oh, okay. And then I went and checked them out. So yeah.
I've been using the degen stats.
Oh, good. Good.
Because fun fact, I had not been really into tipping, and I have an allowance.
If you haven't noticed. Yeah. She doesn't tip people.
Oh, really? So people have not noticed. So I've not been into tipping, but I have an allowance. So I've started tipping a little bit.
Nice.
In the last few weeks. So I check my degen stats, and I added the give 10 warps.
Oh, nice.
Bringing back warp gifting.
I still warp gift.
Quiet. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I still warp gift. I don't do it as much as I do degen tipping. I do use the, I think it's that one's, is that one Paperboy? The degen tipping. I do use that one as well. And I like that setup. I like that it makes it easy. So I just set it up to do the fixed amount of 616 when I just want to do a quick one. Makes it easy. But a lot of the times I wish it had a way that I could then add a comment as to why, because I don't really like to just have just the tip sitting there. I usually like to, expand upon that. So
that's right. Actually, I've never not tipped without a comment.
Yeah, I don't do that.
It has to be contextual. So you need.
Yeah, so I need that.
I have check FID, your FID. Because I don't want to waste my time with high FIDs. And please, if you're new, that's completely sarcastic, and it's an ongoing joke that I love. I don't.
She is not part of the Farcaster, in case you thought she was.
Even though I have an incredibly low FID.
It's been confirmed. It's been thoroughly confirmed. We are neither in the Farcaster or the degeneracy. Either one. By the way, you know what we'd said back when we did our interview with Jacek? We said he's probably going to be part of the Farcaster, and he was the main thing in the degeneracy. Yeah. Oh, yeah. So it was like, we kind of manifested that in a way.
Shout out to Kristen and Artlu's new podcast, the Beef Chris and Bart.
I know. You guys, can we get an easier name? We'd really appreciate it. We'll shout you out more if we get an easier name.
Yeah, I realize when I see it and read it, super easy, and I'm connecting it now, but I realize I'm probably not saying the sound because I can't actually, I have to think to say it. Anyway, they call their shows for the middle class. The Farcaster middle class.
For the Farcaster middle class.
That's a nice little tagline. So.
I love that. I love that too. I saw that. That was perfect. Moving on, few more notes here. Cross 300K total signups, 280K of 300K paid a storage fee. 25% of all signups were DAO yesterday. So growing. Slow down. I'm not quite ready for this. But exciting.
Big number. Number go up.
Number go up. Big number. And this, I love. So there's been a few new clients and things launching that I haven't tried yet. I heard on Many Such Cases, speaking of another podcast that we love, talking about Nook, and I haven't tried it out yet. Have you tried out Nook? No, I haven't either.
There's
I know.
so many
I feel
things
bad.
to try out.
There's so many things. I need a day where I just go and try things. I don't even spend. I have a Supercast account. I hardly use. I use it when Warpcast goes down, and that's not right. So I need to play on more things. I'm actually paying for that, and I'm not using it, so he doesn't care. So this one is from Hubble. I think it's Hubble or Pfista or Buoy. No, sorry, it's Buoy. Not Hubble. Buoy. It's Buoy. So it's
when I was in elementary school, they told me to pronounce that Buoy.
Yeah.
And then as an adult, I only hear anyone ever say buoy. So I guess we'll go with buoy. And
I'm going with buoy.
And Pfista,
so this
maybe
was
come and tell us.
Yeah, Pfista, can you let us know? So this is from DWR. Clever use of another mobile client. Use it for notifications and pair it with a cast action. Could even experiment with a home screen PWA as a lightweight way to install notifications for a mobile device. Excited to launch 2 new cast actions. This is from Pfista. Power Watch, get notifications from Power Badge users replies to a cast, and Watchcast, get notifications for all replies to a cast. And I think this is really helpful. And I definitely want to try this out, but I need to, I want to check out Buoy as well. So I think this is really cool. I need better ways to, what I really need is a notification on when people tag a channel. I would love that. If somebody wants to,
somebody build this, and it sounds sounds easier to build now.
Maybe a cast action would be perfect. Something, a notification. I need something. The reason is I don't know when people tag /GM Farcaster. So I find it by accident if they actually tag us also, but there've been times when they tag the channel, which is great. Please do. But it's I don't even see it. And I want to be able to, maybe even tip them DGen. So things like that. All right. A few other things. We recently added avatars to Warpcast push notifications, especially for DCs. So that's super helpful. Love that. Surprised more apps don't do this. So that's really cool. Another one from Dan. If you're aware of a clear example of squatting or impersonation, feel free to send me a DC. This is a reminder about Farcaster usernames. Use an ENS username if you want decentralized and user-controlled. I use ENS personally. A reminder that F names have a usage policy against squatting and impersonation. This has existed since the beginning. So just a friendly reminder, don't squat on usernames because they are not yours. But feel free to.
Well, Farcaster's not decentralized.
No, it's not. Warpcast is not. Warpcast is very centralized. Farcaster.
Why are we even here?
Yep. Same old, same old. Another note here, we made some they've been shipping a lot this week. We made some additional changes to the QR code desktop login flow for Warpcast Web. If you try a login today and run into trouble, please reply here with desktop OS and browser, mobile OS and phone model. So if you are having issues, please make sure you let him know on that thread. That would be helpful. Okay, so some other things we didn't get to the other day. This was one that I'm going to be honest with you, as a Gen Xer, this meant nothing to me, but the replies were everybody would seem very excited. So Barry Baz.eth, I guess I should probably follow him. Hold on one second. He seems important. Was a lead engineer at Neopets. From 2000 to 2002, focused on scaling, security, but also built guilds and games. After NP had some success, exits as founder CTO, plus many lessons, 30 plus investments, love builders, helpers, and of course, Farcaster. Feel like a trip back to Neopia AMA. So there were some really cool things in here, but I did see how excited some of our friends were, like Heavyweight, and Kristen and all these folks who really
there's a person of a certain age who freaking loves Neopets, and I'm so and I'm with you. I think I was a little too old.
Yep. We missed it. It just wasn't it wasn't during our time frame, but was it Linda who was like the Neopet?
I think Linda talked about it a little bit when we had her on.
Wasn't she like a little Neopet famous or something? Like a little celebrity? Maybe. Was it her? I think it was her. I'm pretty sure. So it was somebody that we talked to, and I thought it was Linda, but it was like, it was really, so I know that there's a lot of folks out here who were excited about this, but if you missed this for some reason, go check out this AMA from baz.eth. I thought this was fun. It was fun to see people get so excited. We have to talk about our backgrounds that we're using right now. This is from Jeff Goldberg, not Jeff Goldblum or I had this little like, wait, what? No, not him. Highlight and followers footprint of Adrienne's account. This was from, he created Warpcast accounts that have at least 1,200 followers. And then there were 2.37 million followers relationships between these accounts, and created this sort of data image of it. And you can also see, did some other something similar with 655 of very recently created Warpcast accounts, FIDs 400 greater than 400K, and he could track the shady follow for follow tactics in conjunction with a network of inauthentic accounts, create the illusion of large audiences, minimum of 1.2K followers. And I thought that was really interesting to be able to see that in the data. And we had that discussion yesterday about shadow bans and all these things and spam and sort of that control, those issues of like, how do you deal with that? And this is why, like, here's the why, because we've got, people trying to game the system, and they may not be, the best actors, and we may, so we just got to stay safe out there. But look how pretty.
Right? It's just
like, pretty. It's just I have heavyweights because I didn't have one, so that's heavyweights. Oops, that way. There you go.
All right, request Jeff. Can you make one for Nowish Prof?
Make one for me, please. I would really appreciate it. I want one too. KBC did this a while back with different followers in like different ways of networks, the way the networks connected, and it was really, really interesting and beautiful. Like, I love when people kind of display the data in a way that is so visually appealing rather than just here's another line bar graph kind of thing. So I think this looks amazing. It gives me such like, interstellar vibes. It's beautiful. And let me see. I think we just have a couple more things. We are running out of time. We did that. I'm just making sure. We have one big other thing that we have to discuss, because I pulled this for yesterday, but I had no idea what the heck was going on.
Let's delve into it.
Dan had posted this. PSA, you're free to delve or not delve on Farcaster. And then everyone started commenting. Imagine not delving. Wish I knew this a year ago, like delved too deep, all this stuff. And I'm like, look, Ma, I'm delving. I'm like, I have no idea. Oh, Max, I've delved like I've never delved before. And I had no idea what the heck was going on. And then I saw this. Someone sent me a cold email. This is over on the Bird app. Someone from Paul Graham. Someone sent me a cold email proposing a novel project. Getting some weird feedback. Proposing a novel project. Then I noticed it used the word delve. My point here is not that I dislike delve, though I do, but it's a sign that the text was written by ChatGPT. And this just was so funny to me. But I was like, I have no idea what was going on. And then this was my favorite response from OX Funk. Oh, I'm a delve so hard you can't stop me. Well, actually, I guess you are probably one of the few people who can actually do a decent job of trying to stop me. So that was pretty funny. Some weird feedback, and I wonder if it's something on here that I started by accident. Probably, I'm going to blame X somehow.
Just shut that app off.
Yeah, it's got to be because I went to Twitter.
X out.
I swear to God, I think it's because I went to Twitter.
X out of there.
As soon as I went to Twitter, I started getting some weird feedback. So we X'd out of there to get rid of that. But I did think that was really funny. So wanted to make sure we talked about the delving. I have no issue with that word, but now I see it everywhere. It was literally on, I think it was on Max or something in one of the new shows. It was like, delve into the world of, and I'm like, oh my God, now I see the word delve everywhere. So that's the explanation of the delve.
Yeah, there's a channel. There's a channel called Afraid to Ask. So when you see me, like if you see someone post something or a meme, you can ask your questions that you're afraid to ask there. Someone will genuinely give answers. Also, hot tip, get yourself a group chat of people that you can also ask questions you're too scared to ask in the public timeline in a group chat. Because
we have a couple of good ones like that. Yeah, I should have just asked there, but I just didn't even think about it. And then I circled back to it last night and I was like, oh, okay, now I get it. Now I get what's going on here. But it took me a minute to figure it out because it just seems so random. I'm like, okay, this means something, but I don't know what. All right, everybody. Yes, we've run long. I know we just need to change our tagline. We're still going to keep to less than 30 minutes always. Not always. When we don't have a guest.
We have a guest.
We don't have a guest.
What a special day.
We won't be on tomorrow. That's why we're doing a Thursday show. We will be back Monday, 8:30 a.m. Eastern. Adrienne will not be with me. I will have a guest co-host. Toady Hawk will be hanging in the guest co-host chair with me. So it will be pretty based and it will be pretty yellow. And on Tuesday, very special episode I am so excited about. We have July coming on to chat with us, and that will be at 11:30 a.m. Eastern. So a little something for the West Coasters who get up early. So it'll be 8:30 a.m. Pacific time. And I started prepping for that and looking through the July channel and just his posts, and it's like it's always like this is what my brain looks like now, like there after reading. Yeah. That's my brain. That's my brain in July. Yep, in the July channel. So if you haven't, if you're not familiar with July, follow July on Farcaster and jump in the July channel so you're ready for that chat on Tuesday. And Adrienne, have a lovely weekend. I know you're doing some traveling.
Thank you. Yes.
And I'll see you on Monday. I won't see you on Monday. I'll see you on Tuesday. So, and everybody else, have a lovely weekend as well. And we'll see you next week. Bye-bye.
See you on Farcaster.
We'll see you on Farcaster. Bye-bye.